Multimodal Communication 2.3.
We are all multimodal communicators. Modality refers to the tools or strategies we use to interact with others. Unaided modalities are those that do not require any extra stuff.
Facial expressions, gestures, body language, and vocalizations are all examples of nonverbal communication. Speech and sign language are also unaided. Tools we use every day to connect with others are aided. Email, text, phone calls, video conferencing, social media. We couldn't get along without them. For AAC learners, this list is extended to include communication boards, alphabet boards, simple communication devices, robust AAC apps, dedicated AAC devices, and alternative access tools such as switches and more. AAC, then, is an umbrella term. It refers to all the tools and strategies we use to interact with others. We choose and adjust our modality based on the situation, the communication partner, and the message. Ultimately, the modality we decide to use is influenced by two factors: efficiency and effectiveness. How quickly can we say what we have to say and be understood as clearly as possible?
I mean, he does use some what we call enhanced natural gestures. So those are basic gestures like, come with me, or his please or I want is, this. And so, we describe those to people. This is what he's trying to say. He has some vocalizations with a lot of inflection. And it's kind of fun because you can tell he has a story. So,
he signs restroom. He says he has to go, and if he's in the other room and he signed it and no one's in the room so they didn't hear it, then you'll hear him. He'll go out of YouTube and he goes into touch chat and we'll hit, I need to go to the bathroom, the bathroom button. And it's like, hello, you guys aren't, you got to come and walk me to it. But
multimodal communication can also be described with the terms non-symbolic and symbolic. Non-symbolic communication is how we use our bodies and environment to reference the here and now. A wave, an expression of surprise when opening a gift, a child pulling mom to the fridge, pushing away a book. Non-symbolic communication conveys an emotion or intent, but is not strictly matched to specific words. Symbolic communication, by contrast, uses symbols which have a specific meaning. Symbols may be spoken words, written words, sign language, or icons. These can be combined and arranged to talk about things that have happened at a different place or time and to share ideas. It is how kids tell on grandma for letting them have ice cream for breakfast, or share how their friend fell and got hurt, or ask about a dear pet who recently passed away. Excitement about having ice cream for breakfast may be interpreted as excitement for going to grandma's until the specific word or symbols are added to share the joy of breaking the rules and having ice cream for breakfast.
An example of sort of a time, something that happens that helps us keep going, it's sort of like mini aha moments every time it happens, is we think Nico is communicating something using gestures or signs or sounds or pointing, but we're not sure exactly what it is, right? But I'm saying, I think what you're saying is you want to go over to your friend's house, right? And then I'll hand him the talker and just wait to see. Does he confirm that, yeah, that's what he wants to do? He's going to say his friend's name. Or sometimes he says something entirely differently that I was not expecting, right? I didn't know that that's what he was thinking. And that is like, those are the best moments, because here I am otherwise thinking that like through his gestures and other non-AAC communication, he's trying to tell me he wants to go to his friend's house. But I hand him the talker and I'm just waiting to see. And he tells me he wants to go ride the bus instead. And like, that is huge for us to really understand and have those kinds of insights into what he's thinking about.
Non-symbolic communication between those with close relationships is usually quite effective. Perhaps you or someone you know has shared, "I'm not sure we need AAC. I can understand what she wants." The thing is, non-symbolic communication provides a wonderful on-ramp for introducing AAC, because communication partners can use what they know about their AAC learner to give words, symbolic communication, to their actions and gestures, non-symbolic communication.
A couple of times he has pulled up his AAC device, and again, sometimes those buttons aren't, that's a judgment statement on my part. I would say they're not intuitive, but they are. And so a couple of times he would go to it on his own, and one of the things he would bring up is the day program button. And it was a day that he wasn't going there, and it's like, oh, well, we're not doing that today. Are you telling me you would like to do that? And this was especially during the time of COVID, when we were home. We weren't going anywhere. We were home. And I think he was showing that this was his way of saying, I'm tired of being at home. I want to go to the day program. I want to see people other than you, Mom. And it wasn't every day he was doing that, but it was occasionally. And it's like, I think he was able to, he had no other way of telling us that that's where he wanted to go. Do I know that that's where he wanted to go? No, I think he wanted to be out of the home. And it was the only way he had to show that. Yeah, what do you think? How can somebody who's nonverbal, with also some cognitive limitations, tell me what they think about something? What do you think about today's weather? What do you think about being able to go to the pool party last night? Sometimes we can tell by this, but it would be great if he could also give us a little bit more. Yeah. That's what I think about.
Noticing and accepting all communication modalities empowers communication, and it gives us the opportunity to model symbolic communication in already successful interactions. This builds a foundation for us to someday be surprised by our AAC learners. More than sharing what they are feeling in the moment, we want to teach them how to tell us what they're thinking.